Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? It's time to get some writing done, and I am very excited for this one here. This one here, right here. This is come here. Will not stay back. So if all of a sudden I come back and like this half of my head is shaved, I did a bad thing. But before we go into my descent into madness, yes, I'm back in the living room because my office is like below zero. And even with the poor little heater in there, it cannot keep up. So guess what? It's like old school. Back in the living room before I had a usable office. So yay. What that means, the purpling will be happening on schedule, just like it used to. And I am not alone. We have a Tessa Dean. And we have a Megan McCarthy. And I am overly caffeinated to have not had that much caffeine today. But I am excited. I figured out that my trilogy is not a trilogy, that it's going to be a pentology. It's going to be 5 books. And I got read by my little Echo over there because I asked how to spell pentology. And she decided to go and start waxing philosophical about the history of spelling. Because she did. But yeah, it's going to be 5 books instead of 3. And I'm fine. It's perfectly fine. It's going to be fine. I may shrink the individual books, but let's be honest. The books are probably going to get bigger too. And this is going to be my like... Oh, we lost a Megan. Hopefully this is not my Song of Ice and Fire and like 3 books in, I'm just like, it's actually gonna be like a 9-book series. Hopefully it doesn't keep growing. Hopefully this was a danger from the start, but hopefully everything's fine and Megan will be back shortly, I hope. All right, so that's what I'm working on. Well, Tessa's telling us what she's working on today. Why don't y'all in the chat let us know what you're working on today?
Well, I'm still working on novel number 1, mystery novel. I've got ideas for at least 4, maybe more, because all those old nano projects just might be able to convert them into part of my little mystery, whether they're cozy mysteries or whatever. They're going to take place in the same town, and they're all going to be interactive with each other. So
I love that. That's one of the things that I really respect that Stephen King did, having all of his stuff in the same universe like that. I do apologize for the face I just made. I made the Unholy Abomination again today. And the smell, this is one of those moments where I wish we had smell-o-vision, because I don't know how many people would enjoy it as much as I do, but I made mine. I don't have any of the caramel apple tea because somebody forgot it. So, I'm having vanilla tea today, and I had it yesterday too, and I thought, what if I put some cinnamon and nutmeg in it? And it is one of the greatest things on the face of the planet, and I'm very glad that I engineered this Unholy Abomination. But the house smells like cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. Like when I poured it, the fragrance of cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla just like took over the space, and I'm so happy. All right, so let's see what is going on in the chat, shall we? Well, y'all been chatting. All righty. So we got an Okay Weird. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope all is well. We got a CB. Hello, CB. Brandon. I was so happy. I got, okay, the Tugwaddles are a thing. And I was like, I wonder if they got any good guinea pig pictures in here. And I searched it, and as soon as I saw that picture, I was like, yes, that might become like our mascot. I may end up using that guinea pig with the glasses on the book a couple more times, because let's face it, it's so cute. It's so cute. But yeah, I agree. It made me so happy. Oh, that guinea pigs. Yes. They are so cute. They're just so cute. This is all Devin's fault. I see you in here. We'll get to you in a minute, Devin. I was never obsessed with guinea pigs until Devin like started me on the research rabbit hole. to learn it about guinea pigs. And the more I learned, the more obsessed I've become with them. And now I'm just like, how can I set up like a whole like guinea pig habitat in my house so I can have like all the guinea pigs and keep them safe from the cats?
Mm.
That's the other issue. But yeah. Yeah. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. Hello, Devin. This is all your fault, and I hope you're enjoying it. I'm pretty sure you are. CB says it could possibly be Pepper Potts' animagus as a form as well, and yeah, I can really see that. I can see that. I also think that Tony would probably think that he'd be like a tiger because rawr, but he would probably be a weasel or a marmot. Just because it would be like the exact opposite of what he wanted, just because that's how the universe treats Tony Stark. But if he got to choose, he'd be like a tiger or something. A lion. Hello, Laura. How are you doing today? The lovely Laura is here. Ah, the day of the LARP dawned cold and bright, the sun lighting the clouds with near nuclear intensity in the spectrum of colors usually associated with the chemical field sunset. That's more, please. Help, I can't stop eating ketchup flavored chips. It is a problem. It is a problem. I don't know. Get yourself some sriracha to dip them in. They're really good that way. I may have made it worse. Brendan says, I don't know why, but I thought that was a part of the same paragraph as the last comment. Oh, that's hilarious. The sun. Oh my goodness, the sun. And these potato chips. The chips. Hey, you could do a Chip of Destiny story. That would be fun. What a plot twist that would be. Yes, the best plot twist ever. The unholy weird one is very tired, which is interesting considering that you've done nothing all day. I have to say, I don't know about the rest of y'all. We're having snow day part 2 today. It's snowing. That's why the hubby is home. Just chanting snow in the corner of the room. So yeah. I've got the snow day feels. Like honestly, I just want to put on like cartoons and like goof off all day. And I may or may not have done that for the start of my day, but I promise we are going to get to sprints and then I'm going to be like, put the hammer down. I need to get these 5 books figured out. It has been a tiring week, Devin. That is very true. Stand overly caffeinated, Charlie. I'm glad somebody does because this poor person over here, and it looks like I'm pointing at Tessa, but I'm actually pointing at the hubby who's like sitting in the chair over there, has to deal with this way too much. And so I'm sure he'll be glad that somebody enjoys it. Hello, Spence. How are you doing? Is today a Christmas vampire day or a bread day? Are you baking? What's going on? Inquiring minds want to know. I know. The gremlins took our Megan and have not given her back. The computer is stuck. You can see... You can't see or hear anything. Oh, no. Maybe restart the computer? Hello, Shadow's Lair. How are you doing today? Yes, Blinker Bell is over on the Twitch. If you would like to help me get over there, help me out over there. I am really close to getting affiliate on Twitch. I just need a couple more follows and a couple more people watching over there. So if you go to twitch.tv/CE Dorset, that's DORSETT, you will find my Twitch channel over on the Twitches, and you can watch me over there. I simulcast in both places, but over there, they make it easier for me to like do community things. Because don't you want to know what kind of emotes I would make? Like, let's be honest, right? Like, you've seen what Cat's done. Don't you kind of want to know what my emotes would look like? Let's see. Laura is working on her 80s college kids do a Lovecraft LARP and accidentally summon a real Eldritch god. Relatable, and I like it. And I could see this happening as a 90s kid who often LARPed. I'm surprised we didn't do this more often. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's see. Okay, Weird is working on a high fantasy with a girl with green skin, and it's not a wicked fanfic. Awesome. CB is working on Marvel fanfic. I am working on the last chapter, even though I have more chapters to write. The last chapter is one of the hardest. Well, that's a good place to start then. Wow, y'all are chatty. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit faster because I want to get to writing. Eva is here. Hello, Eva. She's on this side too. Yes, also on Twitch. Thank you for the link. Woohoo! Brandon is working on a fantasy adventure in the Irish language. You just gave me another reason to learn Irish because I want to. Now I've got another reason because I want to read Brandon's book. It's actually a pretty good reason. Thank you. Tony the Tiger. Can't you see it? Like, honestly, he would do that just for the joke, like just for the lulz. Let's see. I can see Tony being a bat, actually. I can see that too. Restarting computer. Sigh. Computers, why you have to be like that? Yes. Oh, Morgan is a spider. That would be crazy. Let's see. You've been trying to ration your red velvet cupcakes just in case. Oh, you can't go. Red velvet is like my favorites. I likes it a lot. Speaking of cats emojis, I love the grumpy cat. Hello, Mr. P. How are you doing? I hope everything's going good at Jim Bob's and the pineapples are on sale and they have power because, winter storms. Spence is bread making today. Yes. Is starting some sourdough. That's is in the fridge doing its long ferment. Nice. Yes, Tony would be really mad if he got a rabbit. Yes, he would. He really, really would. Ooh. And Eva is working on that's awesome. If you've not gone to check out Eva's website, it is amazing. Working on a novel today, says The Shadow's Lair, and I heard a boop. Hopefully everything's better.
I hope so too. That was an adventure.
Real quick, BA says, I love the 90s. Me too. Hero Langley is here. Hello, how are you doing? Long time no see. Yes, fall into my trap. I've been wanting to learn Irish for a while. It is in Duolingo, so I might just make that a daily thing. And then I can mispronounce things and you can laugh your heart out at me. That could be fun. Yes. Yes, but I've seen some of the stuff that you're working on over there. Woohoo! Spence is over on the Twitch. All right, so Megan, before we go into our first sprint, what are you working on today?
I'm probably going to be working on my novel editing. I've been considering starting a new project, but I have no ideas for the new project. So I guess I'm either searching for new ideas or working on the novel. One of the two.
Just don't be like me. This started off as a one-off book that turned into a trilogy. It's now a pentology. Not my Song of Ice and Fire. It's not. I swear it. Oh, Lord, what if it's my Wheel of Time? No, I can't think like this. Let's just do a sprint, shall we? Because, oh my goodness, I'm going to stress myself out. Alrighty, first sprint, we're going to be using my favorite monster timer.
Monsters.
Because I love the monster timer, and I can use timers again. All right, I haven't really been working today because snow day.
Snow day.
Oh, it's really coming down now.
Oh yeah.
It's really coming down now. Anyway, sorry. So I'm thinking 15-minute warm-up sprint just to blow the cobwebs out and get into it. Sounds good. Then y'all have a very important task of deciding whether we do the 20, 25s, or 30s. You know, I like me a 30, but y'all usually like the 25s. So bear that in mind. Let's get this started. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you have a beverage. Make sure that you're saving your work because the gremlins are real. Like they have completely eaten Jules's internet connection. They stole Megan from us. The gremlins are on a rampage today. Make sure you're saving your work. All right, let's get this started. In a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I counted successfully on one hand. Wow, I'm so excited. Go.
Not
Alrighty, so
outside of home.
we had a killer clown win,
This is my Hurley's t-shirt.
and we had a Stephanie show up.
Earl. Hurley.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. So the company that we use for delivery for the restaurant was closed yesterday, even though we were open, and because there wasn't a snowstorm going on yesterday. And there's a snowstorm going on today, but they decided to open and they didn't realize that we were closed, and now they're mad at us because they wanted to take orders, but they can't take orders because we're closed. Yay. Yay for the world. Like, so I have named all 5 books now, which I like to do. They've at least got preliminary titles. Whether those titles remain to the end, I don't know. I'm very excited. They're very alliterative because I like doing that. I have a problem. I like to pick like all the names are going to be this kind of thing and then like really stick with it. And I started working out exactly how each one is going to work. I'm only going to really focus in on the outline for the first one, but I want to see the full arc before I go into the first one clearer. So that's where I'm at. How did the rest of y'all do?
Well, I did part 39 on that long piece that's eventually going to be book 2. And I'm doing some research because I'm trying to figure out whether she died or was murdered. So I'm trying to figure out whether I should make her the murder victim or she just died from regular circumstances. But it's going to make things easier on the young couple that I've been planning this wedding for forever because she had hidden money that they didn't know about. She didn't tell them. She let them think that she was poor and they lived that way. So now all of a sudden there's going to be money. So that little problem's taken care of.
Well, I worked on my novel. I was going through and I realized about halfway through that I had switched from past tense to present tense. And so I had to go back and fix that. I didn't realize that I had switched to present tense in my writing. So, yep. I do that all the time. It's one of the hardest things to stay on the right tense.
I have such I've gotten.
Oh, and I got myself a stroopwafel.
But I'm nowhere near where I need to be with that. But yeah, that's a
So
pain
is your Charlie, are you writing in first or third person?
This story is intended to be in first, but what I think I'm going to end up doing with it is playing around with much more of a deep POV. So each chapter will be from a distinct point of view and perspective, but I really like the ensemble. And that's what kind of broke me on this story is the 4 main characters are kind of one main character in a way. Like they are the protagonists.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm probably. I wish I could say I had the courage to switch persons like N.K. Jemisin does in a couple of her books because I really, really like that, but I am not brave enough to do that. Like I will mess that up so bad. But I really kind of. So I'm probably going to move back to third, which means I have to rewrite the couple chapters that I do have into third person. But.
My first project, I'd written like the first 5,000 words in third person. And then I realized that wasn't going to work. So I spent a long time switching my 5,000 words from third to first person. That was a headache. So then after that, I didn't write on it for like a month because my brain was fried.
I bet.
Yeah, but now my story's in first person because that's just what works for now.
Yeah, I'm terrible at writing first person. I do want to find a project that I can do in first person, but like I said, this was meant to be like a one-off story, and I only really had one fully fleshed out character in my head for it. I was like, it's gonna be fine. I should have known I am me. I should have known. I should have known. But no.
Well, I'm working on my third book in this series, which was supposed to be one book and be done. So I can see how that can happen, Charlie.
Yes, a couple of people over on the Twitch will notice that they are mods now, just because I realized in the middle of the stream that, hey, I don't know if any of my mods are over there. Oh, these are people I trust. Mod. So you never know when the random mod hammer is going to come and get you. Yes, there was a dance party. I had on the Carpenter remix of Dance Macabre by Ghost. I was really getting into it because I'm trying to find some like good like 80s style music, because I don't know if I can get over the top enough to over the top of this story. So like I need like synths, I need like crazy beats, I need like just over the toppery to keep me in the mindset for the story. So yay. Yeah, it does have a bit of a wah at the end when the alarm when the applause happen. Like they don't sneak in there, they just rah! Yeah, Pennywise, the wicked one. ID. Oh my goodness.
Eva's been helping me come up with ideas.
That's awesome. Eva's a really good idea factory. Like in a way, like Eva, like I don't know what the opposite of ghostwriting is, because like ghostwriting is when you're like, hey, write this for me. But like when somebody's like, I need help with an idea, and somebody ideates with them, like Eva's really good at that. And like I don't know how you can like make a career out of that thing, but if we can figure out how to help you make a career out of that thing should be a career, because people that are good at helping with ideation are rare.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be in one sprint. 1,594?
That's
Like-
not one sprint. That was only 15 minutes.
CB wrote the word "the" repeatedly, is what happened.
I know CB is like a really fast writer. I believe it. I'll accept. I just accept. Like CB writes like fast. Let's see. I got one font figure and thought of an idea. Yeah, I get like stuck on things. Let's see. With a mixture of motivation and writing in, you're not tricking me there. I do believe that's pronounced. Is that Gaelic? Because I think that's Guy with the E in Irish, which you prefer over English. You wrote 1,032 words. That's amazing. Auto snaps on that one.
Yeah, good job.
Let's see. Tessa, have the one dying, choking at the wedding. What will already fixed for the couple.
She's already dead. There is no dying. She's dead.
Ooh.
They just now are discovering that she had money stashed away that they didn't know about.
Ooh, that's motives. Shadow's Lair, 116 words. Awesome. I don't remember saying hello to you earlier, so if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please correct me. But Enuel got 318 words. That is amazing. Would love to see that. I can't wait till I'm back in a place where I'm doing word count again. That will make me happy. Jim Bob is kind. Whew, y'all.
Yeah, 10 pineapples for one flashlight. That's a lot of pineapple.
Any insights on how to play Missile Command? Talk to my husband on Discord, he will talk to you forever. He got to the kill screen. He's that guy. He's that guy. He's one of them. Like
It flips.
the early part of our marriage was basically me doing stuff and him playing with it. Okay, weird. Got 154 words. Also got food. You gotta speak up.
The music of the universe. It's first
That actually does help. If you play Tom Sawyer by Rush while you're playing, the rhythm really will help you match what's going on screen. It does work.
That's funny.
That is the thing. Mwahaha, I have a sword now? Spence, who gave you a sword? Oh, wait, I did. Mwahaha. Yes. Sword fight. What? If you want a sword, go sign in, get into my Twitch thing. I'll make you a mod too. I think I trust you.
I'm too busy yelling at this show for not cooking the order, the delivery order, even though I gave it a snow day.
Yeah. All right. There's our.
He's laughing about it right now.
There's our time. See, Hero Lindley finished framing this carpet and wrapping it up. Ooh, that's a lot of work. Well, actually, watching someone else wrapping, but yeah. All right, time to speed up. No, Blicker Bell, a bleep sheep fight. Woo! The beep sheeps. The beep sheeps. All hail the beep sheeps. All hail Sage. They are my Mistran and ever shall be. Let's see. Worked on a short story. Realized that somehow one of your characters was at work and at home at the same time. I do that too. Aeon timeline or some other timeline thing. Timelines are helpful. I don't know how I would do. Oh my goodness. Without them. You've got no idea. I had no idea custom emotes could be used in more than one channel. Yes, you actually, when you set up your channel on Twitch, you can disallow custom emotes from other channels. That's one of the options. And if you don't disallow them, they're allowed by default. But you can say don't allow. I did see that in there.
That's no fun.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because, like, look at that. Look at that. I mean, you gotta have the custom emotes. They're awesome. All right. Oh, hello, Witcher. Hello, all the way from Norway. A pleasure. Wow. Hello, and hopefully you have some fun here. We are just about to do another sprint because we are being creative today, and I have 5 books to outline. So yay for that, but the chats have been chattery, so and depending on which dialect, sweetie, it is commonly pronounced Gailga. Okay, I will start in honor of you, Brandon. I will start it. I didn't know about Rush from the episode of Chuck. You did. Rush is a terrible band that makes great music. I am going to start a thing because she's in Canada. And
the drummer is also a book writer too.
Yep.
I think it's the drummer.
Yeah, and he's really, really in dying.
The book is really good. His book is really good. I read it.
That's what Tom Sawyer is actually about. That's his rewrite of Atlas Shrugged. Is Tom Sawyer. That's what that song is. Except for he, like everybody else, didn't make it to the end of the book, and you can tell because nobody. I will bet money. No one who didn't have to has ever made it to the end of that book. There's a 45-page monologue. A 45-page monologue.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just one guy talking. Just it's like one of my streams. All right, here we go. Let's do a reset and let's get some new racers. Ooh, ooh, do I want the
I have to go with my pumpkin head.
I want to do the vampire. I gotta do the vampire, right?
I mean, it's
Green
a pirate
alien.
guy.
Green alien.
Oh wait, we're probably gonna have to pick again because I forgot to reset it. I'm gonna do 25 because I didn't see anybody talk about time, and it's time. So we've completely
I'm
restarted
gonna be
again.
the ghost.
Ooh, devil,
Oh, I guess-
The doctor lady person.
devil.
I
With
guess
the
the
mask on her
ghost.
face.
Ghost for me.
Oh, what is her name? Shujoichi. She, the ghost that with the mask that walks up to you with the scissors and says, "Do you think I'm beautiful?"
I'm thinking that as a new.
Like, if you don't know that Kaiden, look it up. It's a freaky story. Like it's a really good one.
Like a show that 30 Rock would have created. Not really person.
No,
Performed by Tracy Morgan.
it's a freaky story because if you say yes, she pulls the mask off and you see all the damage to her face, and then
I
she's
think Laura came up with the name at the bottom.
I like the Constantine.
there. It is. Thank you. Yeah, Kuchisake Oma. That's it. Ona. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Yes. Oh, and it moved. The wide-mouthed woman. Yep. Hello, Amelia. How are you doing? We're just about to go into a sprint.
I discovered that.
And on that note, make sure you're saving your work. The gremlins are going crazy today. They've stolen Megan from us once. They still haven't given Jules her internet back. Let us all fight the gremlins. Save your work. We're going to get started in here in just a second. Make sure that you have a beverage. Make sure you're checking your posture. That's important. Shoulders back. Make sure you're sitting up. And, get up and move around if you feel like you need to. Because a lot of time, writer's block is just having sat there for too long. I've learned that. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, the evil nurse one. Evil nurse. Bad nursey worsey. What are you doing? It gets me how some of them cry. I don't know. That's just a
Yes,
little.
you can. You can use that puppy of yours.
Alrighty, so I am basically working on making sure I understand the general flow of 5 books, and I've gotten basically one paragraph description of 3
It's done.
books now. So the rest of y'all do.
Well, I've been researching, trying to decide if a stroke can be actually murder, but look like a stroke. Because the doctors already said she's died from a stroke, but I'm trying to see if I can make it a murder instead. And I'm trying to figure out how.
Somebody who has done overly exhaustive looks into poisons. I remember, I can't remember which one it was though. I remember there is a poison that basically there is a poison that does that. I just can't remember which one it is.
Right now.
Lovely.
Yeah, I've come across something, but it doesn't give me names, so I don't know exactly. Because there's an ex-husband who is, left the family when the daughter was born, and now, he's figured out she's got money, so maybe he's trying to get back. He killed her to get the money. It's all going through my head. I'm not sure where it's going yet, but that's one of the ideas.
Motives galore. How did the rest of y'all do?
Yeah.
I was working on my novel, editing the novel, and then I got a call, and I might have a interview for a job, so I might be working again soon.
Awesome.
Hey, that's exciting.
That's exciting.
Yeah, really.
Let's see. I started writing. I got some words, and then I got a good letter from the IRS.
There's a good letter from the
Tell me more.
IRS.
Says something about a second economic impact payment. We'll see if I actually get it. So that'll be good, because we got kids and they have clothes they need to wear, I guess, apparently. We can't let them run around naked.
Yeah, that's
I mean, we
problem.
could, but but yeah, I'm working on my I think 4th chapter of my book, and I'm introducing a new character, and that's always fun, not so fun. Like, how much information do you put in there before you are word vomiting and giving too much of a backstory? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just a fine balance.
Yeah, that's kind of where I find myself is like, I know I'm not going to have an exhaustive list of characters anytime soon, like at all. And especially since it's going to be 5 freaking books, I'm not going to have that until I finish writing the 5th book. But I want to make sure that the plot of each one is distinct enough from the ones before it that it's not just, ooh, let's do that again. Ooh, let's do that again.
Oh, yeah.
It really has
That's-
doing that.
That's another problem I'm running into is trying to come up with different ideas for murders. Can't all be the same.
Yeah, because it's gonna have like a very like there's basically a bunch of mini bosses that have to be defeated as they're going after the big bad. And so each book is kind of them going after one of the mini bosses on the way to the big bad. And I want to make sure that they will feel different. And so far, because of the style of each of the bosses, like book 1's going to be fairly action adventure story. Book 2 is going to be much more Lovecraftian, courtly drama kind of thing. Like I'm really curious to see how this like all pans out and it's going to have hopefully flavors. Like it's going to be different as we go. Uh, yes.
Stephanie, your kids are cracking me up.
It's amazing because I have like this earpiece on. It's amazing how much it picks up, and they're like 5 feet away from me. Like you would think.
Yeah, it catches a lot. You can hear a lot with that.
I'm just saying, like, this is why, like, everyone needs to just learn how to do their devil voice, because I've noticed that, like, when I used to, like, have to take care of kids and stuff, like, when all of a sudden the devil comes out, the kids behaved.
So like you'll notice, I'm sure you've all noticed, like I'll put you guys on mute and I'll be like this.
Yeah.
I'm saying words and I don't want anyone to lip read what I'm saying in case you guys think I'm being too mean to my kids who don't want to listen or who only don't listen when I'm on live with you guys or anybody really. Or when I'm saying, you guys, I'm gonna start doing a vlog, I'm gonna film the introduction clip to it. So continue doing what you're doing. And as soon as I do that, they say some choice words that I have to like, well, I can't use that clip now. Like really? Or like I'll be sitting on my bed and I'll be doing nothing, like procrastinating, writing on my book. And as soon as I open my computer, it doesn't have to be on. As soon as I open my laptop, they need me. My husband is home, but they need me more than him. Like really? It's fine. Eventually I'll not be wanted at all. So I guess, just enjoy it while it's here. Yeah, that's what I'll go with.
Works. Brandon, that would be greatly appreciated. And sweetie, Laura would like to know what let's see, when you lost in Missile Command, did the game over screen look like, and and did it flash?
Jack, let go. Let's be let go.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. I don't know if you heard him or not, but he went, when I lost. Yeah.
So
Those times that you like started punching the desk and screaming foul language. Yes, those times you lost.
I kind of don't really recall them just because after playing like an hour straight, or I'll get into a zone and just be clicking away madly for a long period of time, kind of like a trance. So it can be meditative trance when you come out of it. The immediate stuff, you're still trying to get back into reality. So I don't remember what flashing and stuff.
I do believe it like flashed when you lost. If I remember correctly, but it's been a long time, and
Yeah.
I may have shunted it from my memory because it baked his brain. And he just explained how.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. You got to get into a trance because you got to shoot where they're going to be, not where they
It's
are.
full story,
Yeah.
I think.
Because it's all about shooting where they're going to be. Get into the zone and
Okay.
full speed.
So you're saying like one
Decorate
word
and
every
stuff.
second and a half, right?
I know. I'm realizing this. Well, apparently, it crisped my brain.
Yeah.
That whole
Your crispy
recall-
brain is coming back out.
That whole recall part of my brain is like damaged files.
Oh, that gave me
fragmented.
flashbacks to the early years of our marriage. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Shadow's Lair met the goal and got 239 more words. Yay. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you got to where you were going. That's awesome. CB with the 719 words. Nice. Yes, that actually, yeah, methylodide, that might be what I was talking about. I was working on what I thought was going to be a murder mystery that, oh, trust me, it turned into something very different. And I was doing research into a lot of poisons, and like very glad that people didn't show up at the house to find out.
I'll look it up.
Let's see, it's odorless and colorless. And you all got 222 words. That's awesome. Let's see, and helped the wife with dinner. Hey, that's like super mega points right there.
That's big.
I would like to help my husband with dinner, but like chef. Like I don't like being treated like somebody working for Gordon Ramsay. Oh yes, you yes, but you've also called me a potato head a couple times. And a spatula, yes. Yeah, and you have fucked me in the head with a spatula on numerous occasions, yes. All right, that's the talk timer. Let's go through the chat real quick. Let's see. Well, today I've written 1,300 words. Says okay, weird. That is awesome. That is really good. You'd like to wrap up this one scene before calling it a night. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. Eva says I spammed a Telegram with images of my pets. Valid. I love it when my phone blows up with pet pictures. I really do enjoy that. So yay. Let's see. Also figured out a major thing just before the sprint started, procrastinating in standard fashion. Know that one. Let's see. Mr. P says, well, I fixed my problem in my short story. Yay. Your character is now at home and not in two places at once. Yay. Got rid of some not needed words and added some new ones. Didn't count since it was a cleanup. I understand that. Cleanups are hard sometimes to figure out words. I hate you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even like showing my real like full devil voice because I have to do warm-ups to get into it, and I haven't done my warm-ups today.
Well, I can make my youngest kid cry just by me looking at him and talking really close to him. He'll cry. I'm like, well, my job is done.
I've actually been practicing a deep growl for a track that I'm working on, so it's getting quite. But I got to do the warm-ups or I will hurt my throat. Let's see. Spence says, I'm feeling so stagnant in so many other stories. Yeah. I have a lot of ideas. Yeah, I know this feeling. Like, for me, like, Tom, like, answered this so well the other day when he said that writer's block can be cured by finding the thing that makes you just cackle, that makes you just laugh so hard that you just cackle. And that's where your creativity is hiding. And I had never thought about that. And that's a technique that's working for me. So I don't know if that'll help you, but definitely give it a try. That like broke through some of the creative that I was having. Let's see. Lowered your voice when dealing with the cousins. That really makes them listen. It does. Hello, Greg. How are you doing? Hello to Mama. How are you doing? Hello. Let's see. You were wondering why Tessitine wasn't streaming tonight. I took her. I still took her over her. Alrighty. So, what am I doing? I don't need the phone. We have the thingies again. Woohoo! Alrighty. So, let's get ready for the sprint, shall we? Yes, race again. Yes, shuffled characters. Ooh.
I'm going for my pumpkin head.
Which?
I'm going to do it. Aw, man.
Okay.
I'll do the alien. I'm the alien.
Okay.
Skeleton face. Skeleton face, I guess.
I will defy gravity on my own. All right. And he's going through the Bermuda Triangle.
I found the Bermuda Triangle.
Yay! All right. Make sure that you are hydrating. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. If you haven't gotten up and moved around for a while, maybe. Give that a try. We're going to get started in this sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I made it!
that witch.
The witch. The witchy witch. All righty. So I got a snack because I got a little hungry and see, I'm trying to figure out the basic oomph of book four. And this is why I thought it would be less, because this is the place where my understanding of the story breaks down. Because I know what, see, book 5 would have been book 3 in my original thought thinking process. I am satisfied that books 1 through 3 have justified their existence. Book 4, so far, has not justified its need to exist. And it needs to do that. And that's what I'm working on right now. Because this could easily be a quadrilogy kind of ish. A little bit, sort of, maybe. What the rest of y'all work on?
I didn't want to write on my chapter, so instead I brainstormed. I failed at brainstorming a title for the book. That's what I did.
Most of the titles of most of my books come from song lyrics, I'm not going to lie.
Well, like the first one, I knew what it was. I knew what it was going to be for like 10 years. So then, like, Tears of Yesterday. And so then the second book was Storms of Today. I'm like, well, that's perfect. And I was going to name the third one something with like tomorrow. So like yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But then I realized it's actually going to be 4 books and be done. So then, and I know what the 4th book's going to be called, but now the 3rd book.
So Twilight, Sunset.
Something like
Right on the
not
cuff?
Twilight.
Like right on
I
the
was like,
cusp. Oof.
I was like, what if I just named it one step closer to the end?
You know,
Like,
one, I like a good cheeky title.
yeah.
I really like a good cheeky title, and
One step
it was
closer.
advertised.
Oh no. It's hard. Titles are hard. And now I'm trying to, instead of having just chapter 1, chapter 2, somewhere in my stupid brain, I decided to name the chapters.
I do that.
Because that's not hard.
I name my chapters, but that's part of the thing that I refer to as my outline. It's the chapters are a descriptive thing that makes my mind crystallize on what's supposed to happen there. So when I actually start drafting, that thing that I refer to as my outline is basically just like a bunch of chapter headings. So where are we in chat? Did everybody say what they was working on?
No, just Stephanie has said
Stephanie?
what she's working on. I was working on, I got tired of editing, so I decided to start brainstorming ideas for new stories. And I realized that I tend to write character-driven stories, so I decided, why don't I just come up with a character first and then see what kind of story comes out of that. And then I realized, well, I need to come up with a character profile sheet so I can work out what the character is like and all that. So then I got distracted, and now I'm creating a template in Scrivener so I have something to work with for later for character sheets.
For anyone who hasn't played with it before, I've been doing the free trial of Plotter, which I don't know if that's available for every platform. I think it is. It's not going to work for me. It doesn't work with the way that my mind works, so I'm probably not going to go forward with it. But I will say, if you're looking for a character sheet, it has about 20 character sheets built into it that you can just kind of flip through and look at as a way of possibly deciding what your character is like. And it's 30 days for free if you haven't tried it before. So I could see merits in it, and I really like how its timeline feature works, and I'm really desperately trying to make it work for me because it's going to be cheaper than updating Aeon Timeline when that happens, because I really want 3 already. And it's not even out yet. But yeah, they've got a bunch of different character profiles in there. So also Wavemaker, I believe, has character profiles in it. I know it's got a lot of different plotting methods, but I think it's also got some character profiles.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've tried it before, the Wavemaker, and it has some pretty good character sheets, I think.
I'm just saying it's a place to start if you don't know where to start.
Yes.
I mean, super easy.
My super method of procrastination is I need to do this thing.
This is why I teach people.
So,
And then not asking myself how. Just like, no, I really need to do this. And then, not.
That really is the fix, silly.
They don't even do anything. They don't
Let's
even do
see.
anything.
Amber looked stunned. A
No,
live action role play about the Eldritch Gods? She paused for a moment. That sounds hella bodacious. Hey, anyone else you have in mind? Does that sound 80s enough? One, I didn't really start hearing hella used a lot until the 90s.
yeah, I didn't use it really until like 95-ish, 98, somewhere in there.
So that would probably be, that sounds totally was used way too much in the 80s. Everything was totally this and totally that and totally like
Maybe like totally rad. I don't know.
Totally rad. Bodacious was used a lot. Totally rad. Totally awesome. Like, if there's one word you want to abuse to sound like somebody from the 80s, just say totally. Like,
Pretty much. Yeah.
that, if you can sum up all of the 90s with the word extreme, the 80s was totally because the Valley Girl thing was also like in full bore, because let's see, Fast Time at Ridgemont High was what, 79, I think, when that movie came out, that kind of popularized that Valley Girl thing. And so everybody was doing the like, and all the girls had the weird unicorn palm. Every girl had a unicorn palm. I don't know what the thing was, but they all had bangs, but they weren't allowed to have bangs. Nothing touched the forehead. If anything touched the forehead, you were going to hell. I don't understand it, but you had to get closer to Jesus. So it got puffed up into this weird pom-pom on the top of the head. Like, from coast to coast, every girl I knew in the 80s had the weird pom-pom. Right on the front of her head. I don't know why. Honestly, don't know why. But that was such a thing. And I really don't know why, because I don't know of any TV shows that had that, or like musicians that had that would normally like set a trend. But like every girl I knew with a pom-pom. Right there on the top of the head. It was weird. It was weird. Let's see. Spence says, all right, blog post about interest rates. Not my brain, and I'm going to curl up on the couch and read/play video games for the rest of the day. Well, that's awesome. Have the fun. Oh, okay. Go make udon. Laura had udon. I want udon now. Go make udon. I'm sure we have the flours and stuff. You can make the noodles. Oh. CB got.
I was thinking of like a nice lo mein, but
Ooh, and lo mein sounds good too.
You
Lo mein sounds really good too. Laura, you started the thing.
Good job,
You started the thing. All right. See, normally I get these food cravings, and because he's not home yet, they kind of live and die in my brain. And by the time he gets home, he's like, I want to make this. And I'm like, oh, that sounds amazing. And then we do that.
Hard.
He's here to hear them today. So bring them on.
No, you can't do it.
By the way, last night we made quesadillas out of spanakopita filling, because we had excess spanakopita filling.
Looks
Do
so
that.
good.
Do that.
Ideas.
Spend a couple of ideas. They're amazing. They're wonderful. Do that. They were easier. They were so good. They were so good. Do it. If you like spanakopita, just make the filling, put it in a cake, put it in a flour tortilla, butter it up, try it. So good. See, well, Morgan arrived and it was complicated. So you can imagine. Doing some research. That's awesome. I love your like one word. Like, yes. Perfect. The penultimate book. Hey, there you go. That's a title. For you. I love the word penultimate. It does not get used enough. Let's see. Wow, CP is at 39K for the story. Awesome. All the snaps for that.
Just being like you.
I did this thing where I figured out a thing I already knew, but somehow didn't. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's forgive I don't know because like the beehives were still around in the 80s. So like there were a lot of women that were like really trying to get to Jesus just through hairstyle alone. I mean, that was still a thing in the 80s. But like I don't understand the girls with the pom-pom. Like because it almost looked like it should have a bird in it because so many of them like I guess like teased it up with the hairspray and like it looked like a little cage on the front. Like I don't understand it. But and I thought it was just like a local thing, and then we came back here like 1,000 miles away in the 80s, which was a big deal. And the kids still were doing it too. So I don't understand it. That's a lot for the month already. Let's see. Like an outcast for not being able to do bangs. So sorry to figure it out so much. Aquanet. Yes, that's the other thing. Ask some people how to describe the flavor of Aquanet because that was so ubiquitous. It was just nightmarish. Like they would put so much on their hair that like a gaggle of girls would walk by and you could just taste the Aquanet in the air. You could just taste the hairspray. Oh yeah. Yeah, there was that one seltzer that we got to try that it tasted like Aquanet hairspray.
For all those things that you bring to tasting was all fun and games. No, sometimes it's form.
So you had macaroni and potato waffles. Ooh. British frozen thing. Look it up. Sweetie, look up potato waffles. I think we need to know what this is. They were so amazing. They were so good. It is very, very difficult to not like have him make more. Hello. If you have a question, we're just about to do another sprint, so now's the time to ask it. I'm not even with you right now. Okay. Yes, mullets were very big in the 80s. Mullets. I had a mullet in the 80s. I was able to talk my mother into because I wanted to grow my hair out. I wanted to grow my hair out so bad. And I talked her into letting me have a mullet because two of her favorite country singers grew mullets. And if it was okay for them, I should be allowed to have it too. So I had a mullet. And I'm proud of it because I finally got to start growing my hair out, which is, you all know, is an addiction for me. I have a problem. But to quote the Hannah Montana movie, a business in the front, party in the back. Yes. All about the business part. So much. The 80s were such a thing. Alrighty. Why are you doing that? Oh, that's right, because we had the thingy last time, and there were issues, and I didn't want to hide people's faces. And today, I'm not as nice. So let's fix that. Okay, there you go. Hey, there we go. All right, fourth sprint. Okay, so I need to restart this so we can figure out who our peoples are. Spinning the wheel of Haunted Night.
Ooh. I like the night too. Ooh, except I also like that little purple creature in the front. I think I might have to go with the little purple creature.
Is that a gargoyle or an imp?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
It's got such adorable little claws, though.
It does. He's so cute. I just need a hug. He's got a sad face. I just need a hug. Oh my goodness. I have a soft spot for monsters, if you can't tell. I have a problem. Alrighty. Let's get into this one. If you haven't, save your work. What are you doing? Like, the gremlins tried to steal Megan from us. They've completely devoured Jules's internet. Don't sacrifice. They've got enough. Save your work. Save it. Make sure that you're hydrating. I'm still drinking this demonic concoction that I love. This may be my new favorite thing. It's like coziness in a cup. So good. Make sure that you have something to drink. If you have not gotten up and moved around since we got started, please do so. We've been doing this for over 2 hours. Get up, move around. At least stand up at your desk and do a little wiggle jiggle. Do a little dance. Do something. Get some blood flowing. It's good for you. Alrighty. Having said all that, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Ooh, it was the Skitty Man.
My guy was so close.
I think I picked the skeleton this time, but I'm not sure. That thing scares me every time it goes off.
It is a bit loud. I cannot show the sound if y'all want, and then I'm the only one that jumps. If that will make for the happies, I will definitely do that.
I jumped every time.
Yeah, so do I. I jump every time too. I even see that it's gonna go off and then jump.
I was absorbed in what I was doing, so I definitely jumped.
So I finished up the idea for book 4 and 5, and I have started breaking that giant story up into a series-wide beat sheet to flesh it out a little bit more. So that's what I was working on. What about the rest of you?
I'm still trying to figure out if I can make that stroke that I've already declared possibility of poisoning with that methyl iodide. And it's a mimic. It mimics stroke. So the doctor could have said, thinking it was a stroke, and then they go back later on and check and say, oh, she had been poisoned.
But
it is
what would-
available. What was that?
Oh, I was just curious. Like in your story, what would make them go back and check?
There are symptoms, like stroke can be mimicked by a lot of things. So the doctor just said, well, I think it was a stroke, but they need to pinpoint it for the actual death certificate. Was it a stroke or not? So they may have to do, she died at home, so they may have to do a autopsy in order to find out if it was a stroke.
Just because I'm addicted to Jessica Fletcher, there was a wonderful episode of Murder, She Wrote where the victim had been diagnosed with a heart attack, and he had actually been asphyxiated because they had pumped carbon monoxide into the room that he was in to asphyxiate him. And the way they figured it out is he had a security camera set up because he was so paranoid that somebody was out to get him. And he had to keep relighting his cigar because the cigar kept going out. And why did the cigar keep going out? Because there wasn't enough oxygen in there for it to burn, blah, 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 blah. And that, like, there are ways around that, because that was one of the more interesting ones, I thought, because while she was convinced that it wasn't just a heart attack, having to prove that it was an actual crime, that was interesting. Because this is one of the things I think Blake got so right about mysteries, is people care about the why more than the who. And that really digs into motive, like why done it? Why was it done? And I really like that.
It's complicated. It's really complicated. I'm not sure how to continue with this.
What did the rest of y'all work on?
Well, I fed the doggies, and then I was working on the character worksheet that I'm creating.
Let's see here. I hit up my hamburger from a place here local called Dandy's. It's like a drive-in only place. They only accept cash. That's it. My brother-in-law came to town and bought us all dinner because my husband got him a job at his place, so that's good. I checked on some tracking stuff for things I ordered. So far, no delays, so that's good.
Yay!
There's that. I actually went ahead and Megan was in a chat the other day. I think it was on my chat or maybe the Lori chat. I forget who, but she was talking about some books that she would want to order, but she didn't have the funds available. So I ordered one of the books for her, and that's what's being sent.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's so
it
sweet.
is the I forget which one. It was one of them. So
It'll be a
Hopefully,
surprise.
supposedly it's gonna be delivered tomorrow, and I ordered it today. So I don't know about that. We'll see.
Well,
You
it
know,
depends-
Well, I'll keep an eye out for it.
depending on the weather and how close you are to the Amazon delivery or the actual distribution hub.
Oh,
We've had stuff here delivered the next day because it just happened to be in the hub that's not that far away, and we got our order in at just enough time that it was able to go out on the truck that night, go through the thing, and get out to us that after the next evening.
nice.
That has happened, and that is awesome. Laura Dreams Big is here. Hello, how are you doing? Oh, and won the race.
Nice.
It's an entire station.
And Jen is here. Hello, Jen. How are you doing? Spence, what have we told you about the line? I lied. I'm back. I failed to realize Thursdays are shopping days, and there's no work days. Yeah. You need to work on it today. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I stole her fair and square. Jules is back. Hello, Jules. You should probably bet on the gremlin at the bottom.
It was a cute little gremlin.
It was so cute. And I have to say, I just kind of feel like your internet is so cursed that maybe if you just like sage it, just like sage the line, like shoo the spirit off, get some holy water and some sage and see if you can just scare the gremlins off. Because, man, it's been a nightmare for you. I feel so bad. CB is changing the end of the last chapter. Spence.
It's just keeping us in suspense. You never know what. Spence is
All
gonna
the
do.
suspense, we never know. Back to Couch Potato and reading time. I want Couch Potato time. I just don't have anything I want to Couch Potato to because my eyes are not wanting to let me read. And we're not going to grow potatoes in the couches. That's not what that means. You know that.
Trees like a couch potatoes.
Sorry, trying to get less grumbly. Not used to him being home while I'm doing this. That's okay. He's making lo mein noodles because we're not posh or anything, with the leftover filet mignon from the restaurant that has to get used up. So
Nice.
he has earned forgiveness. Ooh, started a genre sort situation.
Interesting.
That's interesting. 2 days before Tony's 50th and Morgan's 10th birthday, a bunch of strangers show up at the Stark farm in Sleepy Hollow, New York, with a mission which involves time travel and watching movies and clips.
Interesting.
More power to you. I don't write time travel. I have a rule. It's one of the few rules I doubt I will ever break because that's too much timey-wimey. What are you throwing in there?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Quickly.
So that a little fast, yeah.
It threw itself. Yeah, I'm sure it did. Let's see.
Just walked across the room. I don't know what happened. Right? Is that what all kids say?
He's such a little kid. It's almost troubling. Anyway, let's see. Laura Dreams Big is rereading the first draft of her work in progress and making edit notes, plus writing a plot overview. We got through a few pages. That is awesome. I'm kind of hoping. I'm sorry. I am going to say this with a straight face. I am. I'm kind of hoping that this thing that I'm referring to as my outline will provide enough information and I won't deviate it from it enough that I can actually use it to generate back cover copies and other such marketing materials for this book. But have y'all met me? The likelihood of that is not good. So I know this. I have spent way too much time going back through books to like, what was this about again? Morgan is 10. She's smarter than Pepper, Tony, Maya, and Maria all together. Little does anyone realize just how special Morgan really is. Exciting. I'm curious. I am curious. That's basically the premise of your Camp Nano story. That's exciting.
I don't believe that was 5 minutes. That just
that was 10.
That was 10 minutes?
That was 10.
I don't believe either. That was wow.
Focus.
That went by so fast.
Focus. It's not focusing. It was 10. Believe it or not. And I'm going to try to be a good person today and have us be done before Laura starts her writing sprints. Oh, crap. I got to a point in my story, and now I'm tearing up. I both love and hate when that happens, because it means you did something right when it pulls the emotions out, but at the same time, like, why? I'm so tired of crying.
Nice.
Puts you at 1,781. I can talk for the day. That's awesome. Snaps for you. Finish the last chapter.
Woo.
Freedom. That's exciting. Laura is free. I kind of want to make like a monster escapes thing, like from Jurassic Park, like the cage starts shaking and then like breaks open. Laura is free. Everyone, be prepared. The nightmares shall be made. Laura is free. Suspense. I like that because it works on so many levels. It's because it's not only giving us the suspense, but Spence is always sus. Like, seriously, if you ever play Among Us with Spence, just boot her. Just yeet her right out of the ship. Just because she's got it. Even if she's not the imposter, she'll still find a way to kill you. At least that's what her husband tells me. And I followed Mr. Spence's advice and was right more than I was wrong. Let's see, Tony and Morgan have the same birthday. True. Yes, it is the end of Laura's workday, and I am skipping forward because we're really supposed to be doing a sprint right now. Let's see, I'm trying to come up with every genre I can. Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
Wow, that I bow to your greatness. I am not worthy. That wow. You never cried for anything that you've written. I don't really feel emotions about what I write. Just focus on analyzing it. I would like to say that I could be that detached, but honestly, I can cry at a silly stick figure if it's drawn just right. Because that's the kind of person I am. Alrighty, so here we are in our fifth sprint. Let us get the... Come on, get up there. All right, and our contestants for this race shall be Ghost. Because if you have Ghost, you have everything.
Yeah, I didn't like the ghost.
I'm gonna do the knight next to the ghost.
I'm gonna go with the green dragon thingy.
Yeah, green dragon.
I love his weird twisted army things. Because I don't understand why they're all backwards and inside out, but I'm gonna go with it. Oh wait, no, I think I do. Isn't he actually Pazuzu from The Exorcist? The demon from The Exorcist? Kind of.
I haven't seen The Exorcist. I don't watch scary movies.
Huh, I have a thought now. Anyway, well, let's get started on this. Make sure that you're giving yourself something to hydrate, that you're doing your posture checks periodically, because hunching over is not where ideas come from. I've learned this the hard way. If you haven't gotten up and moved around since we got started, please do so. It's good for you. If you need a snack, get a snack. We've been doing this for a while. We are going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint! There's part of me that wants to say it's between the ghost and the pirate. But that nurse keeps going up ahead, and we know how these work. At the end, since they're all like in a line. Oh, is it the ghost? Is it the weird dragon thingy? Oh, wait, the pirate's coming up from behind. Is it the pirate? I think it might be the pirate. Wait. Oh, it's the pirate! The pirate wins! The pirate wins!
Aww.
So I got done with the thing that I was working on, and then I looked over and I was like, it's got 30 seconds left. I'm just going to wait and like count it down like I used to. And hopefully that kept people from jumping as much, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
I can jump at your voice, so there's that.
Respect.
Oh my goodness. So I
Oh, goodness.
basically got the overall plot for the 5 books broken down into a beat sheet format so that I can beef it up and realized how many beats are empty, which, I kind of knew was going to be a thing. And one of the reasons why I like going through this step when I am working on a story, but yeah. I am not as close to writing as I hoped I would be. But hey, I'm much closer than I was. So that's a victory. What did the rest of y'all work on?
Well, I was still working on my character worksheet, so I'm almost done with that now. I have like 200 questions that I'm adding to it, so it's quite a big.
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of questions. But I mean, if you're
It
doing,
covers everything. So
but that's the thing though, if you're doing a fully like straight on character driven story,
mhm,
like you kind of need to know them inside out, backwards and forwards.
mhm.
If you're not doing any of the plot interventions that the rest of us rely on as beautiful crutches that I love so much.
What kind of crutches are we talking about, Charlie?
Oh, outside influences coming in and making it conform to a genre that I am definitely sticking to.
You don't look so sure.
Notice how I have never said the genre that these books are going to be in. I've just said it's a fantasy thingy. Kind of an epic fantasy thingy ish, kind of, sort of ish, as you know.
I got the pasta assembled and kneaded and resting.
Nice.
The meat is cooked, and the veggies are ready and prepped, and the
Nice. No rain tonight. No rain tonight. We made
I
the noodles-
love lo mein.
we made the noodles from scratch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
It's good having a chef in the house. So what the rest of y'all work on?
I'm still struggling with my conundrum here. I don't know if I'm going to make this the murderer or not. Just let her die of a stroke and be done with it and figure out another thing. Because I have to come up with people and reasons and how to get this poison.
I have to say, it would be a fun red herring if people, for some reason, think that she was murdered, even though there's no proof of it, while the actual murderer is plotting to actually take somebody else out. Like, it would be a fun red herring to play with.
That's something I hadn't thought about.
Because if everybody
Yeah.
distracted looking over here, that opens up space for people to get away with things. Maybe.
An idea. Keep in mind. Thank you.
Stephanie, did you say what you were doing?
No, I did not. I don't think I did, but I'll tell again in case I didn't. Sorry if I repeated. I made my way through my scene of how to introduce my new character. It was hard to figure out how to introduce them because I wasn't sure if they're going to be just like a side character or they're going to be a little bit more than a side character, but not a main character. That was a lot of character in that description there, but I made it through. Yay.
Introducing characters is fun and easy.
And then you got to name them, and not everyone have brown hair. Not everybody can have brown hair, and not everyone can shrug and roll their eyes every time they talk.
They really need to pay me for all this, but fantasynamegenerator.com, they've got you covered. No matter what name that you want, they've got a generator for it.
I mean, do they have like a generator for like not fantasy names?
Yeah. There's the first tab is fantasy names, and it's like elves, wizards, blah 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 blah. The second tab is real names, and it's countries and regions.
Oh, okay.
And place names, and then other, which is like assorted things, and then the pop culture one, which is really fun, where if you want it to sound like it's from a certain book or series, it will generate names that are similar to names from those series. They've got a lot of really fun generators there, and I'm not saying that I use them a lot, but
So live when you get there.
I can't finish that sentence without lying, so I just thought all right, man.
So
chatty.
Charlie and Megan are both frozen for me,
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
and you're all
Am
frozen.
I-
Megan's
am I-
frozen with her eyes shut, and Charlie has a nice half smile on his face.
Can you
Charlie's
see
face, so-
me? I am moving. I see Tessa
Like,
moving.
now your hands
I
are
see.
in the middle.
I see everybody
Oh,
moving.
good. Oh, good. Everyone's unfrozen again.
All right. StreamYard Plus Internet makes save your work.
When that happens for me, I usually disappear.
Gremlins.
Uh,
Maybe it was on my end. I don't know.
I'm just one of those. I'm an overly emotional person, and like, if I'm just an overly emotional person, I can laugh at a bad stick figure. I can cry at a bad stick figure. Like, stick figures can move me. Like, everything can. I'm that emotionally. I'm easy. Everything else, I'm just cheap. Just ate the last red velvet cupcake. So good. So gone. I love red velvet cake. That was my half of the wedding cake, was red velvet. Because I love a good red velvet cake. And I would never have tried red velvet cake, probably, if it wasn't for Steel Magnolias. So I have a really weird reason, because if you remember, he had his wedding cake made up to look like an armadillo that when you cut it open had a red velvet cake on the inside. And I'll never forget Shirley MacLaine's wonderful voice saying, "It looks like it's bleeding to death on the tape. I have to try this blood cake." And I did, and it was very good. What kind of monster would Laura be? Oh, I don't know, but I feel like if I had to just guess, like without spending time to like research and look into all the different things, she's definitely a Shinigami, because she just kills without remorse and always comes up with like really creative ways to do it. If I had to just guess off the cuff, Laura's a Shinigami. Personal theory there. For anybody who doesn't know, the Japanese god of death. For anybody who doesn't know what a Shinigami is. Or if you don't watch Death Note. Well, that's true. Just watch Death Note until the thing happens. And trust me, you'll know when the thing happens. Like, I don't want to give spoilers, especially if you haven't seen Death Note, because it's so good. But when the thing happens, just stop. just stop. Let me just say, if there's more than one Kira, you may have gone too far. Still, so
Night, CB.
so good. Good night, CB.
Good night.
So far, you're adding a new one to the list every time you come across a book with a different variation of a genre. That works. Goodbye, Jules. Have the fun. Yeah, we have time for one more sprint before Laura's stream, because I'm going to try to be good about it today. Hello, I believe that's James. How are you doing? Hello, Chandra. How are you? I hope all is well in this frigid world we call here. So cold. So cold. These houses were not insulated for cold. I feel so bad for the people in Texas. Just because like I'm in the middle of the country and our houses are not like designed to withstand the cold because it never gets like really cold here. I used to live in Texas. Like I can't even imagine. Like I don't think our house when we lived in Texas had a heater because there was no point.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, it just never got cold enough, and I just can't imagine. Laura is at 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Eastern, so not that far off. So, trying to decide where you're taking the rest of the fight scene. You're not good at decisions. I feel that. I will say, ask yourself what would either move the story forward or completely stop it. Fight scenes are a great place to interrupt and like hit the story from the side. Having a random thing happen at the end of a fight that pushes the story in a different and interesting way. They're a good opportunity to do that. So let's see. The girl in the LARP group is in a zebra print long sleeve dress. Yep. Yeah. They are dressed up for the 30s. Woot. Woot woot. You listen to Post Malone and set up your outline. I have such mixed feelings. on Post Malone. I like a lot of his music, but like, I just want to like put him in a shower. I just, oh sorry, he just always looks like. I see him and I get the video for "Dirty" by Christina Aguilera going through my head, just like, oh honey, just like get in the shower. Just get in the shower. Just no. But I do like too much of his music. Let's see. I'm sorry, Grumpy. I got a grumpy dog down here, reaching down and petting her. Well, trying to pet her on top of the head. She's just not happy. Let's see. Oh, and you hired an artist to create the. That's awesome.
Nice.
No one is frozen for you. That's cool. Let's see, really quickly going through so we can get to the next race. Oh, yes. Red Velvet Cake is so good. Especially when they don't cheat. Because cheating Red Velvet Cakes are not that good. Because it's the vinegar and the chocolate making it red that makes it's that chemical reaction. Approved of being a Shinigami. Pretty sure you would, but yes. Oh, Death Note. Death Note, oh my god. It's good. Finally got moved. Yay! I hope your new place is good for you. Yeah, I know. He just needs oh honey, like because like I don't care about the tattoos. Like tattoos, like everybody I know is like covered head to toe in tattoos, so like that's fine. But like, it bothers me. Why am I over there? It's over here. Okay, let's get this race set up so that we can do this. Let's see, how much time do I have? I'm going to actually scale this back to a 20-minute so we have time to do a little talk before we head over to Laura's. There we go, 20 minutes. Of course, it's the devil.
Yay, the devil. The devil.
If I can quote one of my favorite songs, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil.
And the devil made me do it.
That's a
I'm
good
going to
song,
be
too.
the alien.
I'm gonna do it the werewolf dude.
Alrighty, let's get this started. Make sure that you are saving your work, that you're backing it up, that you are keeping it safe from the gremlins that are coming after everything. Make sure you're hydrating. If you haven't gotten up and moved around, do that. We are getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sprint. The knight and the pirate are very close to each other, but the wolfman's coming up from behind. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Is it the knight? Is it the knight? Is it the devil? Oh wait, the alien's coming up. It's the alien. It's the alien. That was the weirdest end to a race. Like that's fitting. Like that's
Yes.
Mhm.
the alien out of nowhere. Alrighty, so I started working on the beat sheet for the pentology because it's
Is that 5 books, Charlie? Okay.
5 books because of course there's not just 3 or 1 like there was supposed to be. Yay! But yeah, it's coming along. I got to actually write the first line of dialogue that the Tugwaddle Synex is going to have, so that made me a little bit happy because, like, just imagining grandfatherly Tugwaddle giving a little aid and comfort, like, it's made me a little happy. All right, so that's what I was doing. What was everybody else up to?
I didn't get any further. I'm stuck.
Oh.
Finally finished it.
Go ahead.
I've just been working on the character sheet. I've still got a few questions left to go through before I finish with this and can move on to other things.
Is this a character? Where did you find this character sheet somewhere? Or
Yes, I found on epiguide.com they have like a bunch of questions, and they're really good questions for if you are more character driven than plot driven, I guess. Like some of these questions, like right now I'm in the mental attitude and personal belief section of the questions, and they're asking like the character is most comfortable when alone, hanging with friends, drinking, etc., or the most uncomfortable when in a crowd, alone, speaking in public, etc. And asking questions like that, which I think are really helpful for developing a character.
the good questions. I, as you know, I'm kind of addicted to World Anful, and I like some of the questions. They're not really questions, as more as they're like, here's aspects that you might want to consider for characters and whatnot. And the one thing that I like is the extra tab, especially for people like me who write fantasy, where they have divine and semi-divine attributes. Like if they are like a super ultra powerful character, you might need to add these things in. And I like that it like reminds me of stuff like that, because there's a lot to think about when creating any of our characters. Have the fun, Laura dreams big. So, sorry, I'm having a weirdness with my shoulders. I've not been. Need to put something on, make a move. Okay, I'm just gonna say this, Stephanie. I remember you starting to say what you were doing. Did you finish? My brain broken.
No, I didn't, because Megan was talking.
All right, yay! My brain's not broken. I just had a moment of like, did I just forget everything that Stephanie said? What happened?
I got through introducing the new character, and I made it more of like just a meet and greet, finding people's names, and then she's gonna come up later. But now I'm at a more dramatic filled interaction with the character's ex-boyfriend, so which is always fun to write those type of scenes rather than, hey, this is who it is. And yeah,
Introducing characters are yeah.
you got to name them, got to figure out because you can't like reveal everything all at once about that character. I mean, you could, but no.
Ooh, I will have to check that out. I've been looking for some anime, but I have a fatal flaw in that my eyes are really bad. So as much as I am trying to learn Japanese, so I don't have to rely on on dubs. I need dubs because my eyes are not wanting to let me do the subtitles as much as I used to. What to say yet? You finally have some space. Yay.
Yay.
Missed you too. I'm so glad that you're back. The weathered leather-bound tome cracked as she opened it. The tea-dyed pages. See, I'm like, you can tell I'm about ready for the stream to be over. The tea-dyed pages with ink illustrations flipped and fluttered, revealing their secrets. Ooh. I'm excited, Laura. I'm excited. So you're doing a simpler character sheet now, distracting yourself from choices by creating characters. Hey, that's a thing too. Why do you think my worlds have so much world building in them? I could make decisions, or I could figure out what's over the hill over there.
Well, last night, instead of writing, I decided to create a Wix website instead. That's what I did. Although I did have help because I watched B.A. Paskar made a how to make a website using Wix, like tutorial type thing. It was pretty handy. So that's what I did instead of writing last night. So, at least it was a good distraction.
Yeah.
So there is the link to Laura's stream. Laura is just about to get started in less than a minute. You might actually hear her voice because I have a tab open on my computer, and you can't tell it shh until it starts talking. So you may hear Laura's voice in a second. So I'm pretty much on time. We're pretty much on time. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to outro so we can head over to Laura's?
No, we're good. We're fine.
Follow all of their channels. They should be down in the description below, unless I've messed it up somehow. And then I'm a very bad person and need to be called out. So everybody's channel should be linked below, including some people that aren't here that are wonderful that you should check out if you're not following them already. Thank you all so much for being here. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to see you on Friday, where we're probably going to be a little bit less chatty, who knows, than we were last Friday, but the topic is going to be heroes of myth and legend, because that's one of my favorite fandoms is like, let's talk about some Greeks and Egyptian, some Greek, Norse, and Egyptian gods, y'all. Like, let's get into some good old Irish folklore and see what we can do if we put them in the modern world, because as I often say, all fiction is fan fiction, especially the stuff that I write. Before we go, I just want to say, like I always,
as smoothly as they should.
There's Laura's voice.
But now,
I was like, what? Who's talking? I see no one's mouth moving. Wait, Laura's not here? Oh, yeah, that's Tab I was just talking about. All right. As I like to say at the end of everything, because we live in a nightmare hellscape, it's not going to get better if we don't get out there and try to do something about it. Remember, y'all, Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter, and trans identities are magic. And until next time, may you have the courage to ride your dreams into reality. And don't forget to have fun. Bye.
Bye.